When you know better, you can do better.
How do you stay connected to your child after divorce when they seem angry at you all the time? And how do you tell the difference between normal kid behavior and deeper emotional pain? Anshu's Ash.
First of all, have grace with yourself. Have grace with yourself and have grace with her. This is a tricky damn time for all of you. Divorce, do I think it's the right move for relationships that are toxic and unproductive and really destined to collapse in one of many ways? Yeah, my parents shouldn't have stayed together. I didn't at 5 years old, 10 years old, have that awareness. I didn't understand relationships. Neither does your daughter. And so she can be hurt. She can be upset. You're hurt. You're upset. Be transparent about that. Share that with your daughter. Give it a try. You know, I wanted to give you a family with me and your mommy and us together, but that didn't work out. But you know what? You grew up with mommy and daddy kind of not getting along, and so you think it's normal. But I'm telling you, I know, I've been around the sun a bit more. You don't have to live in a house like that. I grew up in a house like that, and I think it really hurt me. Talk about your experience in ways that are appropriate. 11-year-olds are tremendously well-resourced in a lot of ways in understanding different things, but they just want to be able to ask questions too, and they want to feel like they can come to you for solutions, for answers. And gosh, you want them to come to you for answers to questions, because if they're going to the internet, if they're going anywhere else, who knows the quality of response that they're going to get. Share that. I see that you're angry. I think you're treating me like this because you're upset with me. Is that right? And then you have that conversation. This hurt me too. I had different plans too. And so we're hurting together. But I don't think we want to continue to hurt each other, do we? I didn't always make the best parenting choices, but that doesn't mean I need to continue on that enabling path. You see? When you know better, you can do better. And it took me figuring out a better path in order to be able to do better. It sounds like you've got some history to process as well. You've got some adverse childhood experiences, some trauma from that you might be carrying around. But listen, finding a therapist to talk this through with, finding a coach, I'm a dad coach, finding someone to talk that through with could be immensely helpful. Friends can be helpful, of course. I mean, your entire resiliency net can be helpful. Your spirituality, neighbors, uncles, aunts. But it's just critical that you're being patient with yourself and understanding that you're carrying a lot of hurt around too. And so the more your daughter knows that, the more she can understand that, the more she can engage with you at that level, the deeper your relationship's going to be. And look, she's heading into adolescence, or she's already an adolescent. There are going to be a lot of ups and downs. And it's almost impossible to parse what is the emotional hurt from the divorce from the emotional roller coaster that she's experiencing. There's no way to parse that, but you at least want to make sure that the divorce stuff is grounds for you to talk. Okay? So that the other stuff is also grounds for you to talk. And you don't have this double whammy of, I'm mad at dad because of the divorce, and I don't know what's going on with me physiologically, and so my emotions are all over the place and I'm scared. If she's carrying both of those things around, you're gonna have a real tough time connecting over the next 10 years. And I wouldn't wish that on you. So being transparent and finding those quiet moments where you can really connect, be honest and truthful with each other is critical. And don't miss out on those opportunities, because we know the decades fly by with kids. You remember holding her as a newborn. You remember her being 1 year old. That was 10 years ago. Cherish this time as hard as it is. Be transparent. I am transparent with my kids in an age appropriate way about my struggles at their age. Try it. Because the risk of missing out on those opportunities, it's too high. Aspirational Ash. That's what I'm calling you. I see good things for you, man. Lean into the caring. You've already reached out for help. Find those other sources of assistance and people that you can just talk to and bounce ideas off of. Be transparent with your daughter. It'll help.